What's up, bros, and welcome to part 2 of my Ninjago Realignment series. Now today I'm going to be showing some custom elemental masters that I've made, so let's get down to business. Now for the first custom in today's video, we have Klohvin, the Master of Magnetism. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from the DCU Batfleck minifigure from the first Justice League movie. The torso we're going to be using is from a random Imperial officer, except the torso is reversed. Then, we're going to take this blue arm with a dark gray hand and attach it to one side. Then, we're going to take this red arm with a dark gray hand and attach that to the other side. Then we're going to take this silver armor piece, which I believe is from a Excalibur Batman minifigure. Then we're going to take this Ultron lower neck piece and attach that to the torso. Then we're going to take this flintlock head piece, which is from Ninjago Skybound, attach that to the torso. Then for the last piece, we're going to take this Sam Wilson Captain America hairpiece, attach that to the head, and then we have the completed Klohvin, the Master of Magnetism custom. Now here we have the first custom elemental master that I've ever come up with. I gave him the name Klohvin because I thought that would be an interesting name for somebody from Metalonia, because Klohvin is from Metalonia. I mean, the Master of Magnetism, he can control metal, so I thought, hey, he should probably be from Metalonia. I've also made it so that he's Karloff's older cousin, because why not? As for his abilities, they're pretty simple. He's the Master of Magnetism. He's basically just like Magneto from the X-Men. He can control metal and steel and stuff like that. He's basically a living magnet, and even his design looks like a magnet. I mean, usually magnets have two opposite sides. One's colored red and one's colored blue, and the middle is just like the normal magnet color, which is silver. So for his design, I decided to copy that. As you can see here, one side's red and the other side's blue. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the second custom in today's video, we have Jen, the Master of String. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a Legacy Zane minifigure from Ninjago Legacy. The torso we're going to be using is from a Gore minifigure from the fourth Thor movie with some yellow arms and some yellow hands. Then, we're going to take this random Lego City headpiece, which is definitely used for a bunch of different minifigures. Then for the last piece, we're going to take this blonde hair piece, which is from a Captain Marvel minifigure from Avengers Endgame, and then we have the completed Jen the Master of String custom. Now, the idea to make a Master of String custom is from G. Riley from my Discord server. He typed out a bunch of stuff about this character, like his name, Jen, and why he chose that name, and his abilities. He's basically a combination of Flamingo from One Piece. I have no idea who that is. That's basically where G. Riley got the idea for this guy, I believe. And I also decided to integrate Jolene's abilities from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where this guy can now turn his body into string just like Jolene from JoJo. I got the idea from her, and I guess G. Riley got the idea for the rest of the stuff from Duflamingo. But anyway, once again, shout out to G. Riley for giving me the idea to make a Master of String and make a custom based off of it. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the third custom in today's video, we have Duplis, the Master of Duplication. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a Black Widow minifigure from the Black Widow movie. The torso we're going to be using is used for a bunch of different minifigures. I'm pretty sure it's from like a Lego City or a couple different Lego City sets. We also have some black arms and some black hands. Then we're going to take this Power Ranger looking guy's headpiece from, I believe, like series 19 or 20 of the LEGO minifigure series blind bags. Then for the last piece, we're gonna take this random brown spiky hair piece. It's used for a bunch of different minifigures. And then we have the completed Duplis, the Master of Duplication costume. Now, as for Duplis' abilities, they're pretty self-explanatory. I mean, he's the Master of Duplication. That means he can basically, like, create copies of himself or clone himself. And ability-wise, the clones can't create clones. Only the original Duplis can create clones. And when the clones get killed, Duplis can't die. I mean, if they get killed, he won't die because they're just clones. They're expendable in a way. And another interesting thing I decided to add for this character, he's basically Ninjago's #1 bodyguard. He's also the most expensive bodyguard because he decided with his abilities, he can turn that into massive profit. So he's basically a bodyguard for whoever pays top dollar because he's the best at his line of work. He doesn't need any other bodyguards. He's a one-man army. Yeah, that does make him pretty powerful. But yeah, that's basically it for this costume. Now for the fourth and last costume elemental master in today's video, we have Ree, the Master of Mass. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a Aquaman minifigure from the LEGO DC CMF series. The torso we're going to be using is from a original ZX Lloyd minifigure. We're also going to attach some dual molded green and yellow arms to the torso as well, just to add a bit more detail to this minifigure. Then, we're going to take this random headpiece, definitely from a random LEGO City minifigure, attach a green ninja mask to the head, attach that to the torso, and then we're going to take this black hairpiece, which is from a Loki minifigure, attach that to the head, and then we have the completed Ree, the Master of Mass costume. Now, Ree's abilities are pretty interesting. She's the Master of Mass. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you don't know what mass is, you can Google it or you can go back to elementary school or something. Basically, she has the ability to change the mass of her body. So, for instance, if she wants to punch someone and she wants to have that punch be more lethal, then she can change the mass in her fist so that it's as heavy as, say, a sledgehammer. So now when she punches her enemies, the enemies feel like they've just been hit by a sledgehammer or something. So that's her ability. She can change the mass of her body. And one small little thing that I decided to add to Ree's backstory, basically, her design is based off of Lloyd. I mean, clearly, I used a green ninja kimono torso piece. That's because in universe, Ree is a big fan of the ninja. I mean, that's why she has like a ninja mask and everything. And she's a big fan of Lloyd. She has like a big crush on him. So that's why I based her design off of Lloyd. She basically made her suit look like Lloyd's because she's a big fan of the Green Ninja. And outside of the universe and in reality, I only used Green Ninja parts because I couldn't come up with a more interesting design. But don't tell anyone though. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. But anyway, I hope you bros enjoyed these 4 custom elemental masters that I've made. This has been part 2 of my Ninjago realignment series. For part 3, I'm going to be showing some more upgraded or redesigned elemental masters that I've created, but that's going to be for a future video, so stay tuned. But yeah, feel free to check out my other videos. I mostly make custom minifigures. Have a great day. See you, bros.